Greetings. It is Tuesday, June 10th, 2025, day 5 of the resistance. That is to say, day 5 of the occupation in Los Angeles and the resistance by Angelenos to that occupation. And Los Angeles includes many cities and neighborhoods throughout the area where there have been raids and resistance. So what's really going on over here? You really have to talk to somebody who lives here because the media is not accurately portraying what's actually going on here. What's happening right now is we have a really clear incidence of the violation of states' rights. The state of California is currently being invaded by federal forces without legal authority or authorization through our governor, which is required. The federal government has sent in militias into our state. They have also threatened to arrest our governor and the mayor of Los Angeles. These are very clear signs of aggression by the federal government against a state of the union. We currently have numerous forces in the city that are fighting against unarmed civilians, including the LAPD, the LA sheriffs, the National Guard, and the Marines. It's important to keep in mind that there's only one side that has pew-pews and the other side does not. We're talking unarmed civilians against heavily armed militias and police forces. And yes, there are some reports of some protesters throwing rocks, and there have been a few incidents of cars that have been lit on fire, although it's not clear who lit them on fire. There has been some damage to some police vehicles, but please note that what you're being shown is very one-sided. I have been involved in some behind-the-scenes medic support for people who need it. And I can tell you that I spoke to a medic last night who was there on Sunday. And Sunday they had a real shortage of medics, and they explained to me that there were just so many injuries. And the exact quote that I heard from this medic was, "There was just so much blood." And so there's been a real need for medical supplies, and so my organization has been donating medical supplies, and you can donate in my tree that is made of links in the bio. If you want to donate, just $5 even would help. We're just gathering supplies, and all this money is going directly to the people who need them because they have injuries. So this is a very, lopsided fight, if you will. Lots of civilians who are, for the most part, most of the protests are, people are singing and dancing and sitting down and being very peaceful. However, there are also a lot of attacks from the people that have all of the munitions with rubber bullets and flashbangs and tear gas. And I know some people are really focusing heavily on property damage of some kind that's happening, and not really focusing on people who are getting hurt. And so I think this is really unfortunate, and I think it's inhumane. If people are getting injured and they're bleeding and they're going to hospitals and they're needing medical care, why isn't that on the news? Why are we just seeing property damage as if burning a car is worse than hurting a human? You want the news? Go talk to the people at the front. Go to the hospitals. Go talk to the people who've been injured. And contrary to reports, there is no riot going on here. There is no mayhem. There is a very organized group of civilians who are standing up for our state, for our city, trying to defend ourselves from an invading force, trying to defend immigrants who are being kidnapped off the streets. There is no riot going on here. On Sunday night, for example, the The officers who have the munitions were so trigger happy that they depleted all of their munitions early in the evening because they were just shooting like crazy at everything that moved. Yesterday, Monday, there weren't as many people on the street because it was a work day. So it was, but we're continuing every day. There are rallies and marches and protests happening all over the city in various parts of the city every single day. If you want to help out, a lot of people are collecting medical supplies, PPEs, water, snacks, that kind of thing. So find an organization you want to support. My organization is a feminist organization that's just providing supplies and medical support. Everybody's doing their part. Everybody is doing their part. And let me just stop here for a minute and just say how proud I am of Los Angeles and of my fellow citizens. People are dedicated, they're passionate, they're organized, they're level-headed, they're being kind, respectful, and caring of one another. It's really a beautiful thing to see. And what's happening is unity. Organizations are coming together. Different communities are coming together. People are giving up those divisions and uniting against a common foe. And so one of the things that you can do to contribute to this is you can vision the future that you want to see. I've been saying this for months. I've led many meditations on envisioning our future. If we all envision it, it's going to come true, and it's already coming, right? The unity is coming. So if you could devote some time every day, even if it's just a couple of minutes, to getting quiet and envisioning how you want to see things, how you want to see this country, how you want to see your city, your state, how you want to see the people of this country, how you want the government to look. Visualize all of that. Just spend a few days each day visualizing it, talk about it with people, because we can dream our reality into existence with our dreaming, our visualizing, our words, and our actions. And one thing you can do today is share your vision in the chat. Put down your vision. You can also share any information you have, any observations you have if you're here in Los Angeles, anything that you think might help people to understand the situation better, and to kind of deal with some of the misinformation that's out there. Please put it in the chat. Also, if you have some news sources that are giving reliable reports of what's going on, please put those in the chat. And let's keep it up, people. Let's keep it up.